Ever notice how the news always wants you stressed, anxious, and scared? That's no accident. Fear spreads faster than facts, and it weakens your body, your mind, and your immune system. I'm the Dlovely Queen. Join me as I show you how to take your power back and stay calm in a world that profits off your fear.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining me. I have the mic muted. Please bear with me as it's like I'm a newborn at this again. All of this is new, all the updated features that this streaming platform has, everything is just brand new to me. But I thank you guys for joining me. I thank you for joining me. I'm going to spend about 2 minutes sharing this out. Um, and I would greatly appreciate if you guys would share it out for me as well. So if you guys could just give me 2 minutes, let me know in the chat. Where are you tuning in from? Let me know you here. Say hi. It's always great to see who's in the audience, and I greatly appreciate you being here. We are going to be here not a long time, just a short time. It is going to be a short time. We're not going to be here a long time. We're just here to get this message across, and it doesn't take long to get the message across. So let me get if you guys could share for me, I greatly appreciate it. And right now I am going to share this. We are streaming on Facebook, on YouTube at Lovely World 888, as well as at Dancing Diva 1125. Both of the YouTube handles are in the chat. If you guys can tag some people for me who you think might could use this message, share for me, like and comment, I would greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like I am I feel so old school with this now. Like it's just taking some it's taking some getting used to. The computers, the phone. I'm almost to the point where I am asking the children, like, help me with this, please. I remember helping my mom. Now I have my children helping me. And I feel like I see myself on Facebook and I feel like my camera's dirty. So we're going to clear that off. And then we're going to share and I am going to, tag some people. I'm going to tag some people. Oh no, I don't want to do that. It don't let me do like a mass share, so I just might do at highlight, at followers. Oh, you only can use followers at once a day. Once a day. Okay, well, I guess I could type the names in the comments. Yeah, bear with me. I'm just typing some people that I know is my family, who would support me, who would tune in. I don't see my auntie. That's unique. I am forced to do logo vids. I don't remember you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't remember you. Who else? And then I am. Mm-mm. Oh, I'm my auntie. Okay. Okay. I am done sharing. Guys. And so we are just going to play that in.
Ever notice how the news always wants you stressed, anxious, and scared? That's no accident. Fear spreads faster than facts, and it weakens your body, your mind, and your immune system. I'm the Dlovely Queen. Join me as I show you how to take your power back and stay calm in a world that profits off your fear. Back and stay calm.
Hey guys, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here, and I am going to get started. I really want to talk about this topic because I don't know if it's just my algorithm or if it's your guys' algorithm as well, but all I have seen is people being sick, stuff about the flu, things about COVID, things about a new illness going around. All I see is so much, and I'm seeing people that's worried, that's saying, oh, we should go back into wearing masks. All of these things, it's like COVID over again, but without the COVID name. And I wanted to take you guys back before we even get started, all the way to COVID, because if you are, and I know this is about the news, but I don't necessarily just mean the news, because we're also on our phones scrolling, right? That's like news to us nowadays as well. So I am talking about scrolling on social media as well. I know you have seen something, heard something on the lines of a flu or new variants. I remember saying all the way back during COVID times that as soon as this is over, we're going to have new things coming up, things you never heard of. And here we are. We're hearing these new disease. Oh, this is a strand we never heard of before. Like, we're hearing it. It's coming to life as we speak. So I felt like it was very important to make sure we are informed and not to let the news scare us. The news or social media, don't let it scare us and or scare you. Us, you, and I am going to tell you why. So I want to start with don't let the news scare you or social media, because fear has became so normalized that most people don't even realize how much of it that they're carrying. I don't think we realize how much that being scared, or how we get scared at so much information that comes out now. We turn on the TV, we scroll our phones, and before we realize it, your heart rate changes, you get a little nervous, you start thinking about your own situations, your breathing might change, your mood might shift. And as we're watching and processing this, we might just be thinking, well, we're informing ourselves, which is good to inform yourself. Which is good to inform yourself, but you want to make sure that you are just informing yourself and not putting fear into your mind and your mindset. Tonight isn't going to be about ignoring what's happening in the world. It's about understanding how fear is being used and how it affects your body, your immune system, and why constantly consuming that energy comes at a cost, mentally, emotionally, and physically. All of those. I'm sorry, guys. I hear my baby downstairs. Just gotta do that little check, make sure everything is okay. And that's why we are going to talk about that, because all of these things, your mental health, your emotions, your physical health, all of these things are very important to keep you going day by day, to keep you healthy, to keep you feeling good. And so we need to talk about this. So pause. Let that sit. Before we go any further, ask yourself, how do you usually feel after watching the news? Do you feel calm? Do you feel tense? Let me know in the chat, guys. Let me know in the chat if you feel calm or do you feel tense. Let me know. Let me know. I wish I could have put this on my TikTok as well, but I haven't made it to figuring out how to do that yet. Um, okay. So me, I don't watch the news. But when I did used to watch the news, I did get very scared, worried, bad mood. And if I could summarize all that up, I was just worried after watching the news. I realized every time I changed to the news, it was never anything good on there. It's all bad news. Like it's it's either about someone dying, someone being sick, someone being getting killed, something bad happening. And so I stopped watching the news. You know, it's my mom who always tell me, if you don't like what you hear, change the channel. And that goes for in your mind, the things you watch, the things you scroll past, the things you hear. If you don't like it, change the channel. Get yourself out of that situation. There's so much going on down there. I'm sorry, guys. I hear the kids downstairs, and I think they know that I'm occupied, so they're just doing a bunch of everything. And if it was the four older ones, whatever. But when I hear my baby down there, I just be like, let me listen out. Let me listen out. But yeah, so I stopped watching the news. I stopped watching the news because it made me feel worried. And they never had anything good to say. We're going to start with how the news uses fear to control you and to lock you into things. We're going to start there. They don't just report the events, it's like they frame them. They find the most craziest headlines, the most scariest headlines. Like even with the hearing about the flu, all I see in the headlines: surges, death, hospitalization, more cases than ever. These are the triggering words that they put in the headlines. And you guys know we are very big on just paying attention to the headlines and nothing else. There was even a story about a child that got sick and died from the flu recently in Illinois. But once you read the article, it said absolutely nothing about the child. I was so confused. I was like, what is going on here? Like, can I have a little bit more detail? Where's the child from? What were the symptoms? How old was the child? Like, anything at all? I'm starting to believe that they're completely made up. The words they choose matter, the tone matters, the repetition matters. Constantly down the timeline, I'm seeing death, major sickness, major illness, surges, constantly. Every headline I see, the repetition of words, just like how you manifest things. If you want something or want something to happen, you say, I'm going to accomplish this. I am going to accomplish this. You keep repeating yourself because you're trying to manifest that. And repetition helps you remember and it brings things to life. And so repeatedly seeing and hearing these words, that plays a part in your mental health and in your brain. The repetition matters. Notice how the news rarely says, here's what's happening, here's the full context. It never gives you the full context. Never. Well, I ain't gonna say never. Never say never. But very rarely does it give you the full context. Instead, we hear words like surge, crisis, alarming, deadly, emergency, breaking news. All of those alarming bad words. No, my camera still looks dirty, but it's okay. These words are not neutral. They are designed to trigger your nervous system. You know what else is designed to? That's like an alert or trigger. The color red. The color red is to alert you. And if you realize a lot, or if you actually paid attention, a lot of the headlines are in red. That sends an alert to you. They want to alert you and get your attention, to get you to focus on those things. When your brain hears danger repeatedly, it doesn't stop to analyze because it really doesn't know real from what's real and what's not. It just reacts, and the reactions keeps you watching, keeps you scrolling, and keeps you emotionally invested. Fear shortens your attention span. Fear bypasses the logic, and fear makes people easier to influence. Why do you think they use fear? Fear is very profitable. It's very profitable. How do social media, how do the news channels, how do they make money? By keeping you in tune, right? You see one news article, you might go look up a news article, you might read that news article, you might share that, you might send it to someone. All of those things plays a part in marketing, and it's profitable to social media, television, news programs, and all of that. It's important to understand that fear is not accidental. It's not. It's not an accident. They're doing this and they know that they're doing it for profit. Calm people usually don't sit glued to the screen. Calm people don't refresh the headlines every 5 minutes. Calm people don't click emotionally charged stories over and over again. A calm person is going to be like, okay, whatever. I know what to do on my end. I'm not going to keep focusing on that. Calm people don't watch the news. They don't. Because you already know what to expect. And so, no, calm don't do any of those things. But anxious people do. I have had many situations where I'm anxious over something. I just keep researching it, keep researching it, keep researching it, keep researching it, keep researching it. Article after article, because I'm anxious. It's like you're trying to find an answer, or you're trying to find something that's relatable, and you're just so in tune with it. Before you know it, you've been on Google for 2 hours looking at how many people think had this illness, or looking for symptoms that match yours or something. The news is a business. Ratings matter, viewings matter, engagement matters, advertisement, dollars matters, and fear keeps those things happening. It keeps the light on for those things. That doesn't mean everything reported is fake. That's not what I'm saying. What it do mean is that the delivery is often exaggerated to keep you emotionally hooked. Like if you saw an article that said someone's sick with or if you saw an article that said the flu is going around, there are more cases this year than last year. Or you could see an article said that the flu is going around. 5 children have died in the last 5 days. That's exaggerated. It's exaggerated, and you're going to read that one before you read the other one. Fear in the body and how it affects the immune system and the connection. Let's talk about what fear actually does inside the body, because I think that that's important to know. Very important to know. Why is that? When you're scared, your body goes into a survival mode. Your nervous system doesn't know the difference between a real physical threat and a psychological one that's on the screen. Stress, hormones, cortisol, all of those things increase. Let me check my Facebook, guys, real quick to see if there is any comments, because I can't see Facebook comments on here. Okay, we're good. Short-term stress can be useful, but long-term stress weakens the immune system. It suppresses your body ability to repair, to rest, and to fight illness. So you stressed about something, you might spend a few minutes, a little bit of time thinking about it, stressing over it, worrying about it. You come up with a solution, fine. That doesn't play a huge part on your immune system. But if you're dwelling on it, if you're constantly thinking about it, if you are focusing on it for a long time and just constantly have it in your mind, now your body thinks it's under attack and it cannot focus on healing. It cannot focus on healing while your body feels like it's under attack. It's just going to go into defense mode. Chronic fear, Like if you're really worried about something, that can affect your breathing, your digesting, your digestion, your sleep. It creates inflammation in your body. It affects your hormone balance, and over time, it just tear the body down. I am not saying this because I read it or I researched it or um I heard someone say this. I am saying this because I know from my own personal experience. There has been several times when I have constantly worried about something to the point where I'm losing sleep. Now I don't feel great the next day. Now my mental off. Now my physical off. Now my emotions are off. My sleep is off. I don't have the same energy as I do. Now I'm not getting things done. I'm a little more frustrated with the children. Like that plays a part because I have weakened my immune system. The chronic fear has affected my sleep. The worrying has affected so much around me that it literally changes the person who you are. What you constantly consume doesn't just affect your thoughts, it becomes your biology. So we really have to make sure that the things we focus in on are not bad, especially when we are in a time of where they call it flu season. And I just want to go over that real quick. And flu season, I want to go over how you get to this time of the year and it's called flu season, right? Mind you, it was just October, it was Halloween, right? The weather switching over from summer to fall. You already know what that does to your immune system with the weather changing. You know, if you have one of them days when it's cold, then it's warmer, then it's cold, it plays a part on your immune system. Also, it's Halloween, and I'm sure you had some candy. I'm sure you had a nice amount of candy. Might not have been as much as you had last year or the year before that, but you had a nice amount of candy. You know what sugar does? It feeds all the bad things in your body, including inflammation, mucus, diseases, illness, cancer, all of the bad things you could think of. Sugar feeds it. That's what your that's what those things want is sugar. Sugar weakens your immune system. Less than 30 days later, we go straight to Thanksgiving, where now we're eating all these different meats: turkey, ham, ribs, chicken, fried chicken, baked chicken, sweet potatoes with sugar, more sugar, um, food loaded with bath salt, um, macaroni, cheesecake, cheese and macaroni, cheese and this, cheese on salad, cheese and this, cheese and this, cheese and this, dairy and this, dairy and this. All of these things creates mucus and inflammation in the body and contributes to weakening your immune system. After you just got done eating loads of sugar for Halloween, you go straight into Thanksgiving. You consume all those bad foods. And then next after that is Christmas. What do you have for Christmas? More unhealthy food. More unhealthy food. And you don't understand like how much money businesses make around Christmas time because everyone's out doing shopping, everyone's overworking themselves. They're not even trying to cook a meal at this point. They're just hurrying up and get something quick. Something quick and on the go because you're always on the go during the holiday season. which weakens your immune system as well. So now you got 3 holidays back to back to back that just weakens your immune system, and then you end it. You end it with New Year, which is not even really the New Year. But on top of that, what do you do on New Year's? Not everybody, but most people drink something else that does numbers to your immune system. So you have all of these holidays back to back to back, starting October 31st just to January 1st. How many days is that? That's all of November, 30 days. That's all of December, 31 days. 61 days, and you have did all of that to your immune system. And then we have what you call the flu season. No, it's called, you just spent 61 days weakening your immune system. That's what it's called. Tie those things in with the news and social media and how those things plays a part on your mental health. They already got your physical health. They already got your emotional health, because a lot of people are basically, it's like you happy for the holidays, but you're happy they over too, because it did a number to you mentally. Like, even though you happy to spend time with family, it's just a lot going on. And then it's flu season. But really, you just spent all those days weakening your immune system. Think about that. I just really want you to think about that. Why people stay addicted to fear? Why do you think people stay addicted to fear? Some people don't want to hear this because fear has become so familiar. For some, staying alert feels like being responsible, while for others, fear feels like control. If I stay on top of everything, nothing can catch me off guard, right? That's fear. And what your mind focuses on is what you shall attract. What your mind focuses on is what you shall bring into your life. So if you focus on or keep it in your mind, I don't want to get sick, I don't want to get sick, I don't want to get sick, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, we're not going to do that, we're not going to do that, I don't want to get sick, I don't want to get sick, I don't want to get sick, then do you know what's going to happen? You are going to bring that on to yourself. You will bring that on to yourself. Living in constant alert mode keeps the body tense. It keeps you tense. It keeps you worried. And a tense body is not a healthy body. There's a difference between awareness and hyper-vigilance. I'm sorry. Not vigilance. There's a difference between awareness and just being like this, overthinking it. Let's just say this. So, if you guys were with me from all the way Fire Talk season 2, when we focus on words have meanings, I just came across a word that I'm pretty sure I said wrong. Maybe I did, but I think I did. And I don't know what it means. Or I have an idea what it means, but I just want to make sure that I know what it means for sure. I want to make sure. Because that is important. That's why Fire Talk was very important to me, and making sure that we know that words have meanings, and if you don't know a word, look it up. You don't know where, look it up. Don't just skip over it like I was about to.
Hypervigilance.
Hypervigilance. I think I said that. I'll notice when I watch the playback. But hypervigilance is a state of heightened awareness and intense sensitivity to your surroundings when you're constantly on guard, scanning for potential threats. And you know what? I'm so glad that I know what that word means now because I have been doing that. I'm not on here trying to give you guys just a lesson. I'm on here making sure that I am aware of these things and inform myself of these things as well. So while I don't let the news scare me or anything, but I feel like I have been hyper vigilant. Let me say that again.
Hypervigilance.
Hypervigilance. I do feel like I've been hypervigilant because I have been more like, do this soon as you come in. Do this. Take off this soon as you come in. And I don't need to be like that. We already know those things. I don't need to be over alert about it and all of those things. So I want to be clear. Choosing peace does not mean pretending nothing's happening. It means choosing how much access you give fear to your mind and body. So you can be aware, but don't be so aware and so focused on it that it puts fear in you and make you scared and nervous and worried. You can know what's happening without bathing in it all day. How do you protect yourself? How do you protect yourself? Protecting yourself starts with boundaries. You need to have boundaries. Boundaries around what you watch, how often you watch, and how deeply you emotionally absorb it. You want to pay attention to those things. If you read something and you see it come across and you want to read it just to be informed, okay, be informed. But that don't dwell on it. Don't try to make it relatable to you. Don't try to think if it's don't try to put yourself in that story. That is not your story. That is a news article or that's someone else's story on social media. Don't put yourself in it and make it a part of you. Limit news intake at specific times, like right before you go to sleep. Don't start or end your day with fear. You don't want to start your day or end your day with fear. Balance information with grounding practices. Stillness, prayer, nature, movement, all of those things. Exercise, stretch, which is something I need to start doing. Feed your body nourishment, not stress. You might want to limit your meat intake, your dairy intake in a moment, like the flu season in the winter months when everything is dying, the sun isn't out as much, so you're not getting your vitamin D, which is very important to the body. At this time, you might want to limit those things that create mucus and inflammation in the body. Protect your nervous system is it's like an act of self-respect. You want to protect your nervous system. So, I want to leave you with this. Fear awakens, calm strengthens, peace allows your body to do what it was designed to do: heal, regulate, and protect. You know, you heal your body when you're sleeping, but guess what? If you're worried or stressed or tossing and turning, because you're stressed or worried about something, now your body is going to be in a defense mode, because it feels like it's under attack versus doing what it's supposed to do and healing you within your sleep. So, fear weakens, calm strengthens. Always be calm. Always try your best. You don't need to be scared to be aware. And you don't need constant fear to be prepared. Always be prepared. You don't want to find situations that scare you and feel like, okay, let me get prepared now. Because your body feels like it's under attack, and that's just not good for your nervous system or anything like that. You don't need to be scared to be aware, and you don't need constant fear to be prepared. So I'm going to leave you off with some of these tips or things. I'm not a doctor. This is for educational purposes. And so you can just be aware. There are things that you can do besides running to Tamiflu. Tamiflu, a lot of people take Tamiflu, and that is not good for the body. It actually can make you worse. If you look that up, you will see that it has made people worse, but they won't put that on your headlines. You don't want to do that. You want to try to stay from NyQuil and all of those things like that, because hey Brandon, welcome in. Thank you for coming. I was just coming to an end. Thank you for popping in. No, I greatly appreciate it. So just some things that you could keep in mind that keep you informed for educational purposes. Onions. It is always good to have onions in the house. Onions are anti-everything. All the antis you could think of, bacterial, microbial, all of those things. And if you have a cough, if you have a sore throat, if you have a fever, if you have any of those things, it is always great to put an onion on the middle part of your heel. If I might demonstrate here, I'm gonna hold my foot up. It's always good to put the onion right here and put on a snug sock overnight. You don't want to walk on it because onions pulls toxins. Oh, really? Damn. Yeah, yeah. I held off though. I held off because I know that this video is gonna be up. Hopefully, people go back and watch it and share it and things like that. Yes. But I appreciate you for catching the end. So onion, always keep an onion. You can also cut the onion up, put it in a bowl, because the smell from the onion pulls the toxins from the air as well. So keep an onion on hand. It doesn't matter what color, yellow, white, red, purple, it doesn't matter. And that takes me to next, garlic. Garlic is a natural antibiotic, and it's always important to have. You want to always cut the garlic, let it hit the air, because it releases certain things in the garlic once you cut it that makes it more potent. So you can just cut the garlic finely up, put some honey on it on a spoon, put it in your mouth, and swallow it with some water like it's some pills. That is going to be great for your immune system. I am happy to see you back. Thank you. Thank you. It feels good to be back. I was so lost on a lot of things on here. Like StreamYard looks different. Everything looks so different. I almost had to call the kids in to come help me. But I'm glad to be back too. So garlic, let's say you just feel something coming on, let's say you are already sick, you could just take the garlic like that off the spoon. You can cut the garlic, put in some water, boil it, add some honey and lemon, drink it like a tea. Or last, for cough, you can put chopped garlic, put it in a little mason jar, fill it with some honey, and you can put some onions in there, let it ferment for about a day, and then you can take 3 to 4 spoons of that a day, and it will help with cough. Kids under 1 should not have honey. Kids under 1 should not have honey. You also can elderberry. Elderberry is always good. Elderberry is something you can take every day, and it's just like an immune booster. You can find that at your local farmer market. If you're okay with ordering things for Amazon, you can. I would say it's fine to order off Amazon, but I would always say if you can find it in the store, just get it in the store. Vitamin C, you could find. I would say always try to get your vitamins and things from fruit and stuff or from foods. But sometimes you just need like more than the food can give you. So if you actually need to take a supplement, I would say find a whole food supplement of whatever vitamin it is. Make sure all the sources come straight from food. So there are vitamin C's out there that are whole food sourced and are good to have on hand, because vitamin C helps the immune system. And as long as the immune system is good, then some of these germs and things are not even going to be able to make it through that barrier to have an effect on you. So vitamin C, garlic, onion, elderberry. Also, it's good to have on hand honey. I said that turmeric. Turmeric is good. I just watched a video of Yaki the other day that basically was saying something that's great for your immune system and your lymphatic system, just to keep it up and running, smooth selling, is to get some coconut oil, like a spoonful, get some turmeric, like a half a teaspoonful, and a dash of cayenne, and mix it all up and take it like a shot. And that's just like a good healthy shot for your immune and lymphatic system. Also, homeopathies are like sugar tablets that have very small amount of whatever the healing property are in them. And I love homeopathies. Like I'm about ready to get the whole kit. They work very well. So I would suggest you guys look into those, because they're very powerful and they have little to no side effects. I don't even think they have side effects. It's an app that called Buyer that helps with the better choice. Oh, really? Let me write that down. I haven't heard of that. Buyer? Thank you for that. I have not heard of that. And yeah, I feel like those are some of the most important things. I could go through tons of things. Oregano oil. Oregano oil is a great antibiotic. It's something you don't want to take every day, but it's definitely something good to take while you're sick. Oil of oregano. You could get that from your local farmer's market, or you can make your own. Get an oregano plant, soak it in some extra virgin organic olive oil, sit it in a jar, and you got oil of oregano. Very powerful. Yeah, those are the things that I can think of right now. But definitely, just to sum it all up, guys, let's make sure we remember that fear weakens and calm strengthens. Peace will allow our body to do what it's designed to do. We do not want to live in fear, not only for this flu and the sickness that's going around, but for any of challenges and things that you face or that comes. And again, I am not telling you this only. I am telling myself this only. That's why I talk about things that that is important to me as well. And it is important that I take these lessons as well. I am not perfect. I struggle with things, and this is one of them, is not living in fear or being worried about things when all you have is today. It's better to live in a moment than to be worried about tomorrow when you don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. So thank you guys for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I very, very much appreciate it. I will be coming live to you at least 2 times a week. I'm striving for 2 times a week. And hopefully in 2026 I could get a little bit more consistent, get a schedule going on here. Because I'm ready to finish talking to you guys. And so thank you guys. Have a nice day, have a nice night, and stay in peace.